Welcome back to another Billionaires compilation, number 76 till 80. On the screen there is Mark Stevens. So let's cover them all. William ACKMAN, number 76. Now he's a fairly popular person in the fund or finance world. He's very popular because he's published. He's not published, he's public. What he does is classic hedge fund style, but he is very public. Not very, but he is public with what he does. He's public. I remember him and Carl Icahn going head to head. I think it was on the matter of a brand, Herbalife. I think it was Herbalife. He thought Herbalife was a scam and it was going down and whatever, and was pushing publicly to get Herbalife to go down as he thought it should. I think he lost on that, and then his wife left him, whatever. But the main thing that he does is raise funds, buy public companies, improve them, push for change. That's why I say he's public, because he pushes for change even in public to increase value than sells. Increase or decrease than sells. Collects fees and carried interest. Easy. It might seem different on a deeper level. Like some of these people, you might think that they do different things. Oh, Carl Icahn is not the same as Alan Howard. Oh, William ACKMAN is not the same as the next one, Mark Stevens. Oh, William ACKMAN is not the same as Michael Kim. No, they are very similar. Very, very similar. As I've said, the backstory, what they do to get their 2 and 20, their 2% management fee and 20% performance fee. What they do to get that is it's different, but it's still the same, right? It can be different, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you get the 2% and 20%. It's like this, right? It's like Walmart, and I think Lidl, and I think, what's the other similar shops to Walmart? Let's say ShopRite, let's say, I don't know, Amazon, let's just say retail companies. So what they do to attract companies, may attract people to buy, consumers to buy, may be different, but the money aspect as to how they make money is very similar. It's very similar as they sell products. Let's say, for example, software companies. Different software companies. There's a whole lot of software companies. A whole lot. But at the bottom line is that they sell software companies. How they get the clients, how they convince the clients, how they do the marketing, how they do whatever, it's all different. Not all different, but it can vary. But the same principle and thing applies, is that they're selling software. That's what I'm hinting at. Is that on the back end, it might seem it's different, but it's the same thing over and over and over again. Same thing. The same thing. Like now, what I'm thinking is that, let's say, record labels or exploitative people, right? Like in the past, we have slave owners, we have whatever, slave owners. Now we have record labels, we have sports management, we have recruiting agencies for whatever. The main thing is that they make money from other people. That's the main thing. How they get them, whatever, that doesn't matter. Make money from people, from labor of other people. how they get that, how they do whatever, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme. What I'm hinting at is that some things really doesn't matter in the grand scheme. But matters is that what was the result? So this is what I'm trying to get at. Next is the man on the screen, Mark Stevens. Main source of income, Sapphire Ventures. Sapphire Ventures, what it does is raise funds, invest in early startups, collects revenue, exit via acquisition by a larger company, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. There is no 2% and 20 here. So I think the money is made by exits, right? Selling companies. Selling companies is the thing here. Buy companies early, sell them to a larger company. That's the motto of Mark Stevens. Number 78, Christopher HOHN of the TCI Fund Management, and I think this was a top 10 performing fund in 2025. So what it does, raise funds, buy large stakes in companies, improve, sell. Easy. Raise funds, buy large stakes in companies, improve them, sell them. Then collect management fees and performance fees. As soon as I see that, I'm going to assume that's the main source of income. Collecting management fees and performance fees. I'm going to assume that. Because even here, he doesn't own the whole lot of Sapphire Ventures. I know he doesn't own all of it. Because rarely do billionaires own 100% of a company or even 90% of a company. So he gets, or his fund gets performance fees. And I know his fund, his venture fund gets management fees. I know that for a fact. So 2 and 22. Here 2 and 22. Here RAMZI, MUSALLAM, Veritas Capital, 2 and 20. Now, the 2 and 20, I'm not saying these people don't have skill. Of course they have skill. They have a lot of skill. But I think the number one skill of these billionaires in my data set is to convince institutions and big money to give them their money. Is to convince people to give them billions. I think that's their main skill. Let's go number 80, Eric Wittok. And when I was searching for his picture and some of his info, it's very limited. Like some of these billionaires, most of them, there's very little knowledge about them. Very little knowledge about them, which is kind of unexpected since they handle so much money. It's really unexpected. Because how can a person that's a billionaire not be that known? Or, okay, not known is understandable. People don't want to know about billionaires. But how can information about that person be limited? You know? But it is what it is. Eric Wittok, what does he do? Main source of income, Artal/West End. Sold his giant sugar company for $1.5 billion. Sold the giant sugar company for $1.5 billion. Now here, I didn't want to write that he inherited that giant sugar company that he sold. Because nobody cares. I don't even care. Right? And don't mean to be harsh, or I could be, I don't care, but nobody cares, like, nobody really cares that much where the money comes from. Okay, maybe they do, but I don't see that they do. But the ones who care for a wrong reason, to get some gain from that. People care for a reason, always. Now, sold his giant sugar company for $1.5 billion. That was his main liquidity event. He reinvested that money through a holdco and sold some of the companies in that holdco. The holding company, the holdco, also pay him huge dividends. So he took that $1.5 billion, then reinvested that money through a holding company. So through a company that owns other companies. So lessons from this compilation is that have a giant sugar company you can sell, right? Or a giant commodity or a need, because I think sugar is a need or daily thing that people consume. Make a company that people consume daily. It's things. Sugar company, let's say Wi-Fi, let's say what do we consume daily? Food company, whatever food is there. Let's say rice company, oil company, that sort of company that we can sell for billions, then reinvest that money through a holdco, then get dividends easy. Here, raise funds, learn how to raise billions, then collect 2% and 20%. Here, same thing, raise billions, collect, 2% and 20. That's it. Cool.